I've taken 5, so if loop should make sure that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, should be printed, okay. After this, now this loop should make sure that the next loop, whichever is coming, next line, it should make sure that 5 minus 1, 4 spaces is given and 2 is printed, okay. 1 space is provided next to it and then 2 is printed. Next, decrease it one more, okay. So for us to print something like this, first, how should we start off writing our logic? Let me complete it so that it will. So it's something like this. 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah. Let's see. So how it would work out is first if loop should print, first if loop should be taking care of printing spaces, okay. So first it should print or for loop. Let's say it's not if loop but it's a for loop. Actually it's supposed to be a for loop. Printing spaces. Printing spaces, how many? For a first iteration it should print 5 spaces, okay. For second iteration it should print 4 spaces. So it should be able to decrease and print spaces, okay. So after printing spaces, first space is printed. Now your number should be printed how many ever times it is there. Suppose now it starts with 1, so print n once, okay. So if n is greater than 1, so let's say n is equals to 2, print 2 as soon as the spaces is done, and every time you print the next number, it should be tailed with a, or probably after you print this first number, add a one single extra spacing there. So that would add the space in between it.
Okay.
So two for loops. It is a for loop inside a for loop. For loop would work, not a while loop. For loop only would do it. Okay, a for loop inside a for loop will help us achieve this task actually. So first for loop for printing all the spaces, second for loop for printing the numbers exactly.
Okay. For loop we can, I mean in Python for loop we can only define the range, or we can give any condition like for n less than or equal to so and so number, because I tried giving values, it did not take, so then I started writing it with the ranges.
It takes around the sequence is explained. It takes range 0 to n, whatever you can. Okay, so usually it dot 0 to n, that's enough. 0 to n, it takes in range from 0 to 1, 0 to whatever number you specify, or 1 to n, whatever number you specify, it considers it this way. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Can properly write for I is equals to 1, I less than or equals to n, I minus minus, that could also be written in Python. Okay?
Yeah, I'll try because I have already tried. It is saying like syntax error. So I just again checked out the document,
Mm-hmm.
and in the
Mm-hmm.
document it's like you have given only for the sequences. I was a bit
Yeah, only for a sequence
confused
I use
here.
probably it's specified. Okay,
So I thought,
I'll send you for loops, okay? Probably by end of session I'll send you. Okay, different methods of using for loop in Python as
yeah,
well. Okay, I'll send it to you on a small note that would be helpful. Okay.
sure.
Okay, chalo. Let's start off then. So anyone else has any other doubts? Voice quick start. Tell me fast. Shut up. Hope everyone is there. Yep, hurry. Shiva,
Yes, Vandana.
what about rest of them?
I think Satvik, Somit, do you have any idea about Satvik?
I don't know. I'll call him once actually.
Okay. We will complete short Spandana. I am cutting the session.
Yeah, okay. Chalo then. Okay, so our topic is JIT. So we'll conclude it today. So I just logged into an EC2 instance. I didn't do anything. We have JIT installation, right? So let's go ahead and quickly complete it off. Okay. Yum install, what else? It says command not found. Okay, JIT version. Yum install JIT. It asks me yes or no. Said yes. Just installed it. Now do JIT version. It doesn't say bash command not found, but it gives you a JIT version which is installed. So what is the version of JIT we have installed? 2.7.4. If you want to check on any machine whether JIT is installed or not, just go and do JIT hyphen version. If it gives you a version, it says that that is installed. If it says that bash command not found, it means that JIT is simply not installed in that instance. Okay, just simply how you check it. Okay. So now, fresh instance, mkdir test cd test ls hyphen a. You have only few one or two hidden directories. Leave it. So now git init. Okay, you're doing it inside your directory whichever you have created. Okay, which says that you are initializing this repository as a git repository. It says initialized empty repository in root test ls-a. It shows you .git now. Earlier it was not there. cd.git. You have branches, some configuration file, description, head, hooks, info, something. Okay. There's a configuration. It says it's not a bay repository and its format version is equals to 0. Some configuration it has. Okay. So important here is hooks. Earlier we were using it, but every tool has an inbuilt support for us for it, so don't worry. So apply patch, commit message, post update, pre-apply patch, pre-commit, prepare commit, pre-push, pre-rebase, update. Okay, so we'll do some post updaters. Okay, so it says execute git update server info. Everything has a command inside it. Very simple. It has some loops inside it. Okay, so these are some default hooks which are coming with the git repository, but we can go ahead and simply write a new hook here. Okay, you have to save it with a dot sample extension. That's a different scenario. Let's say there's nothing like a post commit hook. You can write post hyphen commit dot sample. It will be a post commit hook actually. So there you have to specify what it should do after doing a commit. What should be done after doing a update? What should be done? That is what is written here. Okay. So initially when we were actually trying to automate a workflow, we used to use hooks actually. We used to write new hooks and start automating a link from JIT to another next step would be through a post commit hook. But now we have got plugins and all for JIT. So plugin itself supports us to automate the stuff just with a single check. We need to just check mark one option, so it will help us to automate it. So this is a place which we were using it earlier. Okay, so you don't need it as of now because everything has an extensive support with a plugin, so we don't need it. But in case you have to look into something, so this would be the you have to look into. Okay. So if you have any branches, it will be coming here. Nothing else of now. Some objects, info, whatever. You are in your test repository, fine. Okay, so now we have installed, set up a test repository. So now we have to configure Git. Okay. It's a command. Git config -- global user.email something, whatever you want. Okay, so you gave a username and email. It doesn't do a email validation. Okay. So after this, now we'll go ahead simply. cd test. So I guess this is the repository, test repository which we have created, right? Clone or download with HTTPS. Okay, use clone if I want to do with HTTPS. I'll select this option, but I selected this, copied it. Okay, so come here and do git clone whatever I said. Okay, HTTPS I just pasted here. Okay. Now inside it I have a repository, a new repository, clone. Inside it I have a test.txt. Fine. I did git status to know the status of the git repository. It says on branch master, your branch is up to date with origin master, nothing to commit, working directory is clean, it doesn't have any junk, it is clean. Okay. So what do you mean by clean is, if at all you have some data which you have updated or something which needs to be pushed to master, it says that it is working repository is not clean. Okay. So if everything is committed and nothing is pending from your side, then it says it is clean. Test1.txt. Let's see. Hello, new test1 file. Simple. Can place anything. Okay. Now do a git status. It says untrack.txt. Okay. So now it only gives you all the hints also. Very simple. Git add test1.txt. Okay. It says the changes to be committed. Git commit -m. Okay. -m says -m is for message. Whatever message you want to write with it, you have to write something. Test1.txt. Whatever I did, some meaningful comment related to it. Space the file name. It says added test1.txt, one file change, one insertion, create mode is 100644 test1.txt. Okay. So now use git push to publish to your local commits, nothing to. Username. So what is the username which I am logging for GitHub? I need to know the username. Okay. Just pocdevops@gmail.com or something. Probably. What is the password? Authentication failed. Login once. One second. Save the logins. Okay. Okay. I just messed out my credentials, that's why I did. Just give me a second. Let's see. Now it says, very simple, it says that I gave my username and gave my password. It says counting objects 3 done, compressing. So writing 2 objects, okay, total 3 something to https github.com/pocdevops/jittest.jet. Okay, so this is the commit ID, okay, F22CC3H something, it is committed to master. Branch master setup to track remote branch master from origin, it says. So go to your git test repository, simple. Now you have a new file test1.txt added. Let's see if it's the same file which we have added. Yes, it's the same file. Hello, a new test1 file. Okay, so here this is the latest commit. It says and this is the commit ID. Okay, AF1B3EE something. Okay, and a new file test1.txt is added with so and so line inside it. This is the entire history of this commit and it is committed just 5 minutes ago. Okay, so it shows you not the push time but the commit time. Okay, so let's give it a try one more time. If you have it, do not clone it to the same repository again. Git clone cd git test. You have 2 files now. Okay, I added a new line. Okay, so git status git add okay, git commit -m new line -u origin master. I'm pushing it. Okay, it is pushed. Come here. This added a new line. 38 seconds ago, added a new line has been added. Okay, whatever it is. You can ask me what is Spandana if I'm just removing something. Without this, if I do a git clone once again, let's see what happens. This fatal destination path just git test already exists. It's not an empty repository. Okay, so now you have to clear this repository until and unless it will not allow you to clone. Okay, so you cloned it, cd git test Now rm-rf, I'm removing test.txt file. I have only one file now. Okay, so it's not only used for adding files but even removing files, right? It should be updated. All the status should be updated. So it says that you have deleted a file. Okay, so it's not add add now, git rm, whatever is a file you have deleted it. This shows you 6 commits. So commit ID 0EC92CF1 something, 0EC92CF1 followed by FC690B4 something. Okay, so just showing you. So it says that test.txt is removed. It is not shown in green line but it is showed in red line. Says that it is removed. You can add multiple files or remove multiple files or do both operations at a time. For that you have to do git add space file name 1.txt or file 1.py or file 3.sh, whatever you want to add, and do it all once. If you want to remove rm, git remove rm space whatever file names to specify, you can specify it there, and you can push all these different files changes with a single commit ID. Okay, that is about connecting to a GitHub repository via HTTPS. And now let's see how we will connect to SSH, and we will see few more comments on a few more operations, but we'll try to see how we are actually going to connect to an SSH repository. Go to settings, SSH and GPG keys. Okay, get a key here. What is an SSH key? It's a key used to establish a connection between your two machines. Okay, so it could be a JIT server or and your probably your local machine or whatever, just to establish a passwordless communication. Okay, so it will not ask you for a username and password as how it has asked you here in a HTTPS method, but it will try to connect both of these machines or authenticate this via a SSH key. Okay, so SSH hyphen key gen. Enter a file to which you want to save. I'll just leave it to the default one. ID underscore RC and empty phrase. It has generated something. So now I need to copy what? I need to copy the rsa.public key. Okay. So where is it? Dot SSH. You get three keys. One authorization keys, one ID underscore RSA, it is a private key and this is a public key. Okay. So private key. So copy it till here. Title. What is the best sheet? It states that it begins with SH under RSA and hyphen DSS, whatever. Start with all of this. I'm pasting the key and they said add key. It has added a new SSH key. Okay, and it says that it has never been used so far. Okay. Clean it up. Create another repository. What do you say? Another directory as well and do it rather than clearing it up. Go to git test. Clone or download. Use SSH. Git clone. The authentication of host can't be established. RSA fingerprint is an issue you want to continue. Just clone. I just added something over here. Do git status. Git add. I did git push hyphen your origin master, initially it should ask me for a username and a password, right? Did it ask me here? No, it didn't ask me for a username and a password, but itself directly it has pushed the changes onto the master branch. It didn't ask me for a username or a password, right? So SSH, this it's used. I told you it's used for a for a passwordless communication between the two servers. Okay. So how did it do it? We achieved it just by copying generating an SSH key in whatever your machine in which you're working and placing this SSH key inside your GitHub. Okay, so that would be enough. So I didn't do anything. I just said git push. It didn't ask me for a username or a password. But in an earlier scenario, when it did something like git push, it has asked me for a username and a password. After giving these two only, I am able to write the changes. But here it didn't ask me for anything. It has pushed the changes. Let's see if it has pushed the changes or not even. So test. That's the recent one which we have added, right? With a commit ID FC6069 B4 and E45 something, E45 something, right? It says line test has been added. Okay. The same whatever we did could be done from SSH even before. Let's see if everything is covered. Net, yes, yes, yes. Okay. I hope I have few more commands to cover. Git configuration. Yes, git config hyphen global username and your email. Yes, we have used it, right? To configure your username and email globally, right? And next we have git init to create a new local or initialize a new local git repository. Okay, so git clone, whatever, two methods. One is to the path HTTPS, another one is username at the host, that is github at the rate something. So that is one, we cloned it. Git add star adds all the files. Okay, git commit hyphen m with the message git commit hyphen a. Okay, commit any files you've added with git add and also commit any files you have changed since then. Okay, since to the master branch. Okay, git push hyphen u or origin master, anything is the same. Git status command we have seen. Just a second. Okay. Yeah, I have to tell you about branches. That's one concept which is left. Yeah, important one. Forgot about it. Created a new branch. Okay, branch 1. Okay, so now how are you going to clone it with a branch? Okay, how are you going to clone it with a branch? It is with git checkout branch name. Okay, so git checkout branch will help us to switch from one branch to another. That is, if you are in master, initially you will be in master. So when you do checkout to branch, it switches to another branch. Okay, so -b branch name creates a new branch and switches to it. Okay, so the one which we did from command line, okay, from GUI. Okay, and -d to delete a branch. Okay, so and push origin, it's not master but it would be a branch name if you want to push it. Okay, let's see how we will do all this. Git branch, it's with master. Git checkout branch 1. branch, it's wrong or something. It's the same something. Doing this. Okay, I am given it twice. Okay, switch to a new branch pre2. Okay, now do git branch, just in branch v2. Just go to your here and search for the branches. Just refresh it. It shows you have two branches, default branch and B2. Okay, you have created it inside, right? Fine, anyways. Now It's not master, but B2. Refresh it. We have a branch B2 created. Okay. And for this branch, you have some latest commit ID. This is the latest commit ID for this branch. Okay. So it says when you go to 3 branches, one we have created from here and one from branch, and again created from command line and P2, right? So this is our default master branch. Okay. So now we have seen how we have created a branch and committed changes to a branch. Okay. So git checkout -b, the branch name, whatever you want to create, checks out the new code to a latest branch, latest branch, and creates a new branch also for you. And now if you want to switch between it, git checkout B2 or master or whatever, and git branch shows you the status on branch on which it is now exactly. Git branch -d deletes a branch. Git push origin branch name pushes the changes to a branch. Okay. Git pull to pull changes from your branch. Okay. So git here. So if you want to merge a branch into your active branch or something, or in that scenario, we need to use git merge. Okay. So there is something called as merge. Okay. So in which we actually merge one repository changes with another repository. It would be git merge. Okay. That's the, yes, enough.
Spandana, I'm not able to see your screen actually.
You're not able to see my screen.
I'm able to see it, but it's not moving actually. The same picture is being displayed from a long time. What are you typing is not moving.
Oh, Shiva, is it same for you? Are you not able to see me switching the screens or something? Is someone else there?
No, I'm able to see.
Tell me. Hmm.
Even
So
I'm
Amit,
able
any?
to see your screen switching. It's
Yeah.
fine for me. I think there's problem with only Sumit.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
he is unable to see them. I can able to see your screen switching.
Okay. Fine. So no
Okay, must be
worries.
problem with my computer. I'll refresh it. Sorry.
Just refresh it. No problem. No problem. Just refresh it. I'll wait. No problem.
Yeah.
Spandana,
Yeah.
uh, uh, if we want the changes only to be made for the branches, can we just push them to the branch and commit them only for the branches
Yeah. We are
instead of
doing
giving
it.
it to the master?
Yeah. 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 We did it right now.
Yeah.
See, we let me do it once again. Samit, you're
Yeah,
able.
but here, okay.
Yeah, Spandana, now I'm able to.
Yep. So get checkout I'm checking out branch 2. Okay, I switched from branch to branch 2, right? So in branch 2 there is, let's say, vi test.txt. Let's add a file. Okay, insert, write some blah 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 inside it, save it. Okay, git add test.txt, whatever, git commit new file -m, I missed out, test.txt. Okay, git push, don't give origin master but give origin whatever branch you want to push it to. I want to push it to b2 only. Okay, so it has pushed it to branch b2. It has pushed it only to branch b2. It shows you pushed it only to branch b2. Go ahead, see, your branch b2 has two files, test.txt and test1.txt. Okay, which test.txt is a new file which is added a minute ago. Okay, whereas your master branch has only test1.txt, it doesn't have b2, right? It doesn't have b2, it has only test1.txt. Okay, okay, just go to branch 1. What's there in branch 1? Let's even create a new branch. Okay, get check out branch 1. Okay, hyphen b b1. Okay, push origin b1, right? See, it is pushed to branch b1. Go ahead, we have different branches now. So b1 is updated less than a minute ago. which has so and so number of files inside it, whatever. So up to date. Yep. And JIT diff to see the differences between a source branch and a target branch, whatever you want to see a difference, you can use JIT diff actually. So JIT diff, command V2. It shows test2.txt file is the difference in both of them, and so line is the difference between both of them. Okay, so that's the difference between B1 and B2. Why it showed you indifferently is from B1, in B1 branch there is test2, this is the source and this is the target. So it tries to compare with source and target and says that in target these all files are missing. But here this is a source and this is a target B1. So it says in B1 these all files are extra. That's the difference. Okay. You want to see if there are any conflicts between your branches when you're trying to merge two different branches, then you use this JIT different command. Okay. That's it. So any doubts so far?
Actually, you said there'll be multiple working repositories, right?
Yeah.
While in a real-time working environment. So how do
Yep.
we see that? Because here I could only see one repository that you're working on.
It's not a one
I mean,
single
like,
repository.
yeah, but there are multiple repositories. But how is it shared between different users?
Yeah, it's again, see, if I want to work on ant repository, very simple. Can someone mute it, please? I don't know who is. So clone or download, you can use whatever your corresponding repository name or URL you have. Okay. So if you are working on multiple repositories, you have different login or different access paths for each of the different repository. So probably accessing it would be with a different what do you say, repository ID, right? And every repository, when you're cloning and you're inside a repository, you're specifically speaking about that repository, not about any other repository, right?
Yeah.
See, I've cloned JIT test. I've cloned and repo also. When I'm into JIT test folder, I'm speaking about JIT test. I'm into ant repo, I'm speaking about ant repo, right? And multiple people will be working on multiple repositories. So usually they all start committing to a master branch, or best practices, you create some branch and then merge it with your master branch or something. So there is something called as a branching strategy, which is a different concept. So based on that, you do branching and merging techniques. Okay.
Okay.
Chalo, I'll share that for loop stuff with Shiva so that you can complete your code. Okay.
Yeah, sure. And you'll even share
Something.
this documents, right?
Yeah, I'll share with you.
Right.
Chalo.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Spandana.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just try both the ways, and if you find any issues, just let me know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.